funniest person. The funniest is this one.
Now tuned in, you are now tuned in.
He's the funniest in the world.
To the hottest podcast with your host, Big Holla.
He's the most talented person in my family. Outside of my dad, because he's an audio engineer.
Yeah. It's Hotter, and welcome back to the Diamond Crew Sports Podcast. We back again, and I get to talk to my G's and my OGs about my favorite team, the 7-0 Philadelphia Eagles. Look, man, the DSP Sports Podcast has moved channels. Yes, this channel right here. The link is in the description below. We did this to help niche down the channel and only focus on the Diamond Crew Sports Podcast. If you are already a channel member, I want to thank you for that. And if you are not, do me a favor and make sure y'all sub up, comment, and smash that notification button so you never miss this work. We about to get right into it because we got a lot to talk about today. So this is Steelers week, and the defense started out fast, and they ended their first drive with a sack by Hassan Reddick. You know, this defense has came a long way. I was very concerned about this defense early on in the season, especially during preseason. And to tell you something, this team has been playing really well. This defense is one of the best defenses in football. You know, it's not just a fluke no more. The proof is in the pudding. All right, so the Eagles' first offensive drive ends with a 50-yard pass to A.J. Brown for a touchdown. A beautiful ball by Jalen. You know, Jalen was just playing lights out today. He had 4 touchdowns. Jalen did his thing. So on the second drive was Robert Quinn's first appearance, and that was the defense second drive. And it looked a little bit shaky on that drive, and they ended up scoring off of a trick play thrown by Claypool, and tied the game up 7-7. And that was really the only touchdown that the defense allowed them to score. The offense moved the ball on the third drive really well, and that drive also ended up with a great throw by Jalen to A.J. Brown for the second touchdown, dropping the ball in the bucket with the flick of the wrist. Look, man, y'all told me my boy Jalen can't throw. The Eagles' third defensive drive, we got a stop by Jordan Davis, who was clogging up the middle and allowing the rest of the defensive line time to penetrate. But Fletch ended that drive with a big stop on 3rd and forever. Yeah, the offense seemed to flutter out on the 4th drive of the game. But on the defensive side, on the 4th drive, the defense stood strong. I was thinking that the whole time, if the Eagles can score right here, we can start solidifying a win. We have been playing very well in the second quarter of every game this year. The Eagles scored on the 5th drive. Again, another drop in a bucket to A.J. Brown. Seems like they've been working on that play because Jalen knows where to throw the ball and A.J. knows where he's supposed to be. That was just great ball placement. So on the 5th defensive drive of the game, Eagles hold the Steelers to a field goal. The score was 21-10. On the 6th offensive drive, before the halftime, the offense sputters out with 2 sacks on Jalen, and they end up punting the ball. On the 6th defensive drive, before the half, Eagles get a sack to end the drive. After halftime, on the 7th drive, offensively, Jalen comes out and torches the defense with a wide open throw to Zach Pascal for his first Eagle touchdown. Eagles lead 28-10. Now, the reason why I think that happened, in my opinion, is teams are scared of Dallas Goedert. Dallas Goedert is playing really well. He's catching a lot of football. He knows where he needs to be. That tight end screen, we're running that thing relentlessly and scaring teams, and it's making the corners and the safeties play up. And Zach Pascal was able to get behind the defense for a nice walking touchdown. On the 7th drive, defensively, they allowed a field goal. On the 8th drive of offense, the Eagle punt scores remains at 28-13. On the 8th drive, the Eagles defense get a fumble, strip sack by Hargrave. A.J. Brown with a big catch and run for 43 yards to put the Eagles in the red zone. Miles Sanders with a scamper to the left to score Eagles touchdown 35-13. The Eagles are starting to pull away at this point. And look, man, I was super excited because this team is really standing up to their record. The proof is in the pudding. We're 7-0 right now. This team is playing great. AJ had over 150 yards in the fourth with over 3 touchdowns. On the 9th drive for the defense, we forced a punt. On the 10th drive on offense, the Eagles put the second string offense and salt the game away. So the game was over by then. Once you see Gardner Minshew, the game is over. The Eagles put their starting defense back on the field on the 10th drive, and Edwards tipped the ball to C.J. Gardner-Johnson, who picks his 4th pass of the season. Man, C.J. Gardner-Johnson is one of those guys. He came to this team. He's just been playing well. He has over 4 interceptions this season. Look, man, I want to really congratulate this defense. I want to congratulate John Gannon and the work that he has put in, because he was definitely one of my concerns. They have been playing well. They only allowed 13 points in this game. That's major. That is signs of a great defense. So I want to get into the player of the game, in my opinion. These are just my opinions. To me, Jalen Hurts, he was 19 for 28, 285 yards and 4 touchdowns. That's crazy. Miles Sanders had 78 yards on 9 carries for 1 touchdown. AJ Brown had 6 receptions for 156 yards and 3 touchdowns. I got a question for y'all, man. And I asked this question on my last week on the podcast, but I got to ask it again. Can we please consider Jalen as an MVP candidate? He's been playing lights out. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. They said he couldn't throw. They said he was only a running quarterback. And it looks like to me he's out there dropping dimes. My guy is out there dropping dimes. Jalen is the franchise quarterback for this team. Everybody rallies around him. The offense was just moving on all sides of the ball. I mean, yeah, I get it. It was the Steelers. They don't have the best team. They were 2-5. Look, but we came out there and did what we had to do. A win is a win. And we found a way to win. We 7-0, and that success can continue with the schedule that we have. So I'm expecting this team to win a couple more games before we even lose one. This team is already smashed my expectations. They're playing lights out. Look, man, we the best in the league. We the best in the league right now, if you want to go by the records. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited because this team is playing so well. We're playing so well. Miles Sanders is playing well. AJ Brown is playing well. We didn't get to see much from Devontae Smith. He had a few drops, but he's still one of those guys that you got to watch out for when he's on the field. Dallas Goedert, another one of those guys. He played great. He was able to catch, and he's like one of the leading tight ends for yards after catch. All right, so let's give a big shout out to Dallas Goedert. Let's give a big shout out to Zach Pascal, Miles Sanders, and Jalen Hurts. And that offensive line, man, that offensive line played well. We had a few sacks, but look, man, those are probably coverage sacks, if anything. I really like what I seen out of this offensive line. This defensive line is getting better and better. Even with the addition of Robert Quinn this past week, he only got a few plays, but you can tell that he was getting penetration. He was getting close to the quarterback. So you give him a few more reps and you give him some more practice time, he's going to come out here and he's going to play well. So we definitely excited. Welcome to the team, Robert Quinn. I wasn't able to make a video because I've been under the weather, but this is it right here. I had to get on here and put on for my city. Look, as y'all can see, I got on my Hurts season beanie. I want to show love to Laura Brunson and the print champs. This is a really nice hat. I enjoy it because look, guess what? It's telling the truth, man. It's her season. So I'm gonna throw on that hat. I'm gonna support because that's what I do. So shout out to LB and shout out to print champs because this hat is on fire right now and it's telling the truth. It's her season. I want to give a shout out to the Phillies. We won game 1. We stole one in Houston. We lost game 2, but we have them coming back to Philly for game 3 and game 4. And I think that we're going to take one of those games. It's important that we went in there and snatched the win while we were in Houston. So shout out to the Phillies. Y'all are playing great baseball. For y'all to be less than 500 on early in the season, about midway through the season, and end up in the World Series. That's amazing. That's amazing. So shout out to the Phillies, man. It's a good time to be a Philly fan. It's a good time for y'all to just love this team, to embrace these teams. The Phillies, the Eagles, the Flyers, the Sixers. We gonna take one of these. It's either gonna be the World Series or it's gonna be the Super Bowl, in my opinion. So shout out to y'all. Everybody keep doing y'all thing. The city is backing y'all. So real quick, if you're an Eagles fan, I want to personally thank y'all for tuning in. If you're a Baltimore Ravens fan, if you're a Cincinnati Bengals fan, if you're a Tennessee Titans fan, I want to personally thank y'all for tuning in and rocking with your boy and listening to all this brand new content, because it's fresh for your ears and you know I'm coming with it.